All right, Doc Love back here with you. And this time we're going to talk about high expectations in relationships. Now, when you're talking about high expectations in relationships, you have to understand high expectations are just like having self-esteem. If you have low self-esteem, then a lot of times you won't get the things that you want because, hey, your self-esteem is not where it needs to be to maybe go after the things that you want or wish to have. It's the same thing with high expectations in relationships. If you go into a relationship with low expectations, then you already know what the result possibly can be. And that is the relationship won't have the great expectation or the great outcome that you wish to have. So we must always understand that we should approach every relationship with the highest of expectation. If you are about to embark upon a relationship, the first thing you need to do is check the temperature as far as how do you feel about being in a relationship at this point in time in your life. Do you feel like you're in a good space? Do you feel like right now is a really good time for me to be in a relationship? Like right now, I don't have a lot of things that's on my plate. I don't have a lot of goals or aspirations that I'm trying to attain, or a lot of things that would be a distraction to the relationship. Then you know that you're in a pretty good space for that relationship. Of course, a bad space would be if you were just in a bad relationship and now you're trying to enter into another relationship. That's not a good or positive space to be in. So knowing that, we must always check the temperature and make sure that the relationship that we're in now, hey, is this the best thing for us? Is it a good time for a relationship? Am I in that great energy? Do I feel good about where I am? My self-esteem is high. I just have a good feeling, a good vibe, or a good energy right now. Maybe I've worked on a few things that I had issues with in the past. And so now I feel really good. So that's one of the first things that you must understand, having a high expectation of just relationships overall. Another good thing about that would be, how are your relationships with other people? If they're in a good space, then that might be another signal that, hey, this is a good time to enter into the relationship space. The second thing you gotta understand is having a high expectation of the person that you're wanting to enter into the relationship with. So you have to ask yourself, the person that I'm talking to, or that I'm looking to date, or the person that's interested in me, am I looking at this person with high expectations? Do I feel really good about everything that I've learned about this person so far? And do I feel like this is something that we can have and build something on for a great future or a great relationship? If you have low expectations of the actual person you're with, maybe you're seeing some things that you didn't expect to see in the beginning so fast that basically are a sign to say maybe this is not a good thing to do. Maybe you're seeing the fact that it's just some red flags coming up, or maybe it's some expectations that you had that this person would be able to do for you that so far that person is not doing. That would be a good indication that, okay, I don't really feel like this person is giving me that feeling that this is a great situation that I'm entering into. And therefore you might not feel like, hey, the expectations are high. So you have to always look at and understand that as well. Is the person that I'm pursuing or I'm with, in a man's case pursuing, or in a woman's case who is pursuing me or who I'm talking to, do they give me a feeling that this can really be a great relationship? This could turn into something really great. If not, then you have to say to yourself, is this the best person for me? And if it's not, then you have to say, maybe this is not the person. Maybe the time is right, just not the right person. This is what you want to understand, is that don't ignore these signs. Don't ignore the fact that the expectations are not what they should be. Now, also, don't get into your head that, hey, this person has to just blow your mind and just sweep you off your feet as well. But understand that it should be a good feeling about the person, and you should feel optimistic, especially when you're talking to that person readily, and every time you talk to them, things begin to build or things begin to grow. That's a good indication that, hey, the expectations are building, because every time that I'm talking to this person, I learn something new and interesting about them that makes me feel better about them, that makes me feel better about us interacting and about us possibly having a great relationship in the future. So just understand that high expectations in a relationship is key. You cannot enter into a relationship with a low expectation of it actually coming to fruition, or a low expectation of the person that you're with. So you always have to have that high expectation of this. There's a saying that I go by, and hopefully it's a saying that could be of benefit to you. I honestly believe that in life you don't get what you want, what you wish for, or what you even dream or even believe. You get what you expect. And your expectations is the root of that. What do you expect? Do you expect great things for yourself, great things for a relationship? That's what you have to ask yourself. So having high expectation, great expectation for a relationship could be the energy, the glue that makes the relationship that you're in go and make everything the positive that you need it to be. But understand, before you have a high expectation of the person that you're trying to be with, you must have a high expectation of the relationship itself. Being in a great space to want to be in a relationship, knowing that this is what you desire to do and that you're ready to share your time, your energy, and everything that you have with someone. Being in that energy and in that space, first and foremost, is important because you don't want to waste anybody's time and their energy or anything else because you really weren't in the right space to be in a relationship to begin with. So we have to start there first before we even think about talking about the guy or the girl having a high expectation about them. Let's start with first making sure that we are in the right space, in the right energy to have the high expectation relationship that we look for. If you do this, I promise you, it's going to be of a benefit to you and you will see the difference in your relationship. As it is, I'm Doc Love. I'm here to give you tips on being single, dating, anything that has to do with relationships. So just stay tuned to this channel. Always make comments, like and subscribe to this channel as well, and just continue to come back for more content. I definitely have more to share with you.